Felix. Me and Felix. What's happening, Felix? What's going on, big fella?
What's going on, man? You all right?
I'm super hype over here. I see the show starting over here on this one here. Let me check the Instagram. On Instagram, it's up and going. It's up and going. I'm excited. It's working. It's working. It's working. Yes, sir. Twitter's up. And where we at? Let's see what we're doing on the Twitch side. Let's see what happened on the Twitch side. We should be up and live on the Twitch side too. Let me make sure on that. Let me check that out.
Huh.
Let me mute y'all. Y'all talking too much. There you go. There we go. Yep, and we live over there too on Twitch. We on all of them right now. We are on Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, Instagram, Twitch, Twitter, the Roku channel on the Max TV Network, and TikTok. TikTok is right in front of me. Right in front of me. They get to see the inside. We are almost at the required number of people that's going to allow us to be on Restream Live, so you guys don't have to see the background. It's cool to see the background, don't get me wrong, but it's a little bit more polished when you see how we do it on the Restream side. That's why I need you guys to come in, see what we're doing, love our content, follow us. I'm talking directly to the TikTok people directly, but everybody else, thank you so much for joining us everywhere else. We are doing our best to get it going here, and just make sure we want to let you know we appreciate you. We've been here 5 years. See that right there? 5 years strong. 5 years strong. We've been doing this 5 years as of the 6th of March this year, and so we wearing our anniversary shirts. We are back live again after not being live last week. You ready, Felix? You ready to get to it? First segment, of course, March Madness. March Madness is going on. Before we even do that, we got to say rest in peace to Chuck Norris. He's a cult hero of all those movies, the fight movies, the shoot 'em up, bang, bang, all that craziness out there. The joke was always, nobody's bigger or tougher than, they may be bigger than Chuck Norris, but they're not tougher than Chuck Norris. So the great equalizer that's going to get all of us one day. He's going on to the ancestors, and we wish him and his family well, and tell him a job well done for his genre of work, what he was proud of to do, and everything he's done. I'm not even going to try and start naming and listen to all the stuff that he's done, because we'd be here for a whole hour just doing that. Also, congratulations to the Renaissance High School girls playing for the state championship today. If y'all can get to the MHSA network today and check them out, please do. I forget who they play, but I know they played for the championship today. They beat DeWitt yesterday, 32 to 28. They over in East Lansing, and they play today for the championship. So good luck to the girls, Renaissance High School, the Phoenix of Renaissance. I know a lot of alumni over there. I know a lot of teachers over there. They up in East Lansing right now, having a good time, and they probably hope they didn't party too hard last night, so they can still make it to the game today.
All right.
That's how it always is, though. You go for those championship games, you have a good time, but you got to remember, you got to keep the purpose in the right place. All right, March Madness, here it is. It's here. We almost had an upset. Siena beat Duke. Siena almost beat Duke until going down the stretch. We had that foul that they didn't call the flagrant that they should have. My man went out there and just straight soccer tackled the boy. Hurt his ankle. He ain't played well the rest of the game, and Duke went on the stretch run. But that lets you know right there, you got to do what you got to do to win. Whether or not they called that, if they'd have called it a flagrant or not, he did his job in terms of getting their best player off his square. Right. That's it is what it is. I remember playing when I was coaching at Denby. We was playing against Northern, and Northern literally sent the guy off the end of the bench in the game to pick a fight with our point guard to get him kicked out of the game. We told him it was going to happen. Said, hey, they just sent that boy in there to get on your nerves. So hold your water. Sure enough, pick the fight. He's smiling because he on the end of it. You knew he ain't gonna play. He couldn't play the rest of that game and that next game. Why? That was their strategy to get him off his square. So sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying that's stuff that people do to get people, off their square. Morning, Marcus. How you doing today? Happy Michigan basketball day. Oh, that's Steve. That's Steve. Good morning, Marcus, and good morning, Steve. Yes, we're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that. MSU did beat North Dakota State. Let's see here. The score was 92-67, and Michigan beat Howard 101-80. And speaking of HBCUs, they've had a good number of teams in the tournament right now. They've had Prairie View, Howard, and Tennessee State, all of which are out right now. But I want to give a special commendations to Prairie View. In the play-in game, they beat Lehigh to make it in. Normally, you see those HBCU teams getting fire smacked out of them, which was what happened to Howard and to Tennessee State and Prairie View. They all lost significantly, but they've improved their lot in the tournament. So shout out to them. We're gonna get to the girls later. Don't worry, I got a whole special thing when we get down to the girls group. We before we got to clock that news, to clock that tea for the girls. We're gonna get to them. Let's see who we got. Let's see here. First question of the day. Is it time for Hubert Davis to go?
I mean, you don't want to get rid of alumni, right? Ask Michigan. Got rid of Juwan. What happened? Yeah, I mean, you don't want to let alumni go, man. But, I mean, I think it's ran its course.
Okay.
They was up, what, 19? Yeah, it probably
It was up 19, yep.
It was up 19, then you went to overtime, then you lost. Yeah, it might be time. Don't his son play for him, too?
I think so.
I think he got a son that played for him.
They let's see here. They lost Virginia Commonwealth in overtime. They were up by 19, didn't score with one basket after with a 4-minute mark or something like that. And they only scored one basket all at the rest of the game after being up 19. And so what's the name walked off the set of TNT the other night after the game. What's the boy name that played for that played for Duke? He does the NBA in the college. What's his name?
Grant Hill.
No, not Grant Hill. He played for Duke. No, I'm sorry, the one that played for UNC. The one that played for UNC. From New York, point guard, played on their championship team, and he played in the NBA, played for Houston.
Played for Houston.
Yeah.
I don't know.
He's out there with Shaq.
You talking about Kenny the Jet Smith?
Yeah, Kenny Smith walked off the set. He was so mad when they lost, he walked off the set.
I mean, he ain't got no choice, man. I mean, it might have just, but see, here's the thing, though. Do you really want that job? At that type of university? They expect, that's basketball is king at Chapel Hill, right? Football is the norm. So, do you really want that pressure? Nah, you don't want that pressure. Hubert Davis, they just gave it to him because it was a name, it had a little sizzle to it. But what you gonna go get? Damon Stoudemire, who got let go by Georgia Tech? Bring Juwan back. You know how I feel. Bring Juwan back. I can't wait till today when I get to work about 2:30, 3 o'clock, and they say now boarding for Ann Arbor.
Let's play devil's advocate. He has not been fired.
Correct.
If he were to leave, who should they bring in?
Okay, if Hubert Davis leaves on his own,
no, he ain't quitting. I can tell you that now.
Okay, so you saying if they tell him, we don't want to fire you, but you just resign, that type of deal.
Right.
Who do you replace him with?
Correct.
I would go after Dusty May. That suits him. North Carolina suit him to a T. Ain't no pressure. He came from Florida Atlantic. Ain't no pressure because Michigan, quiet as it is, the block M is a symbol, right? That's always been tradition with that. He don't fit that tradition. Like I told the dude at the job, he's like, man, why you don't like? It's not I don't like him. He don't fit that. Eventually, you're playing with you're playing with Jawan recruits. Eventually, you're gonna have to go get your own recruits.
I don't know. He brought them boys in this year.
Eventually, the dude that what's my man name? The dude that wear the Jordans, number 23.
Yasa.
He came from UNAB. That wasn't that one. Come on, now you wasn't.
I thought he was at Purdue.
If you didn't end up at Michigan, where would he have ended up? Still at UAB. Duke wasn't coming to get him. Kansas wasn't coming to get him. North Carolina wasn't coming to get him. What I'm saying is, the tall dude, you just tall. That, you know, when I see him, you know who I think of? Hunter Dickerson. That's who I think of. The dude, the male version of what's my man name in the NFL we always talk about that get paid everywhere he go.
Yeah, from when I want to come to the Lions to be the backup.
Right.
Yeah,
That's just who he is. Dusty May, hey, go to Carolina, man. Bring Jawan back. Because he's not going to go to Renaissance and recruit. He's not going to go to Cass Tech and recruit. He's not going to go to Detroit King and recruit. You just got my man from Orchard Lake, Mr. Basketball. Come on, man. That don't fit Dusty May, man.
I remember. I don't know if I told this story before, but when I was the coach in that Denby as well, the University of Michigan coach, the one that's at in the Ivy League, the one that used to play point guard for Duke was at Michigan.
Yeah, you talking about the black guy? I know you're talking about. Yeah.
He came in the building with his assistants. He came in the door. He didn't leave 5 feet from the door. Anytime he wanted to talk to a kid or talk to somebody, he sent one of his assistants across the floor.
Yeah.
He didn't even come talk to kids at all. I could see if it was a violation for him to do that. If that's the case, he couldn't have been into the gym. I lost a lot of respect for him because he couldn't come talk to the kid himself. He had to send somebody to go talk to the kid and relay his message.
But at the same time, that's my whole point. They don't recruit. Jalen Rose said it in the Fab Five special. Duke don't recruit kids like that. They recruited Chris. Okay, here we go. If Chris would have went to Southwestern, Chris wouldn't have got the notoriety that Chris got because he went to Country Day.
Mm-hmm.
He would have just been, okay, Chris Webber, he played for Southwestern. They won another state title. But because he went to Country Day, like Jalen said, his mother presented a better educational opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
If Chris Webber would have went to Cooley, Cass, Henry Ford, this would have been. Mo Taylor went to Henry Ford. Mo Taylor was just who? Maurice Taylor. Rob went to Murray Wright. Rest in peace. Rob was just Rob Taylor. They didn't get notoriety until they went to Michigan. That's my point. Dusty May is not going down to Otter Drive and 6 Mile and to the Renaissance High School. He's not going down on 2nd. He's sending an assistant. Tommy Amaker. That was his name. Tommy Amaker was the coach. I don't blame Tommy Amaker. Do you think Roy Williams, when he was at Kansas, would have came to Mumford? No. He would have sent Jock Bond or someone. Hey, okay, go back and look at the program. Remember the movie, The Program?
Yeah.
The dude didn't know nothing about Omar Epps. He got briefed on Omar Epps as they was going to see Omar Epps. That 99 kickoff return you had against Tab, that was the best thing I ever seen. He never seen it. They told him about it. That's half of the sales.
Now, to my point, Tom Izzo came in the door and spoke to everybody.
Because it's Tom Izzo.
Spoke to the staff, talked to the players. He was in there. He was in his element. Everybody loved him.
My point saying, okay, one of the greatest high school basketball coaches two of them, I give respect to. Benny White, that used to coach King, and Ben Kelso, they used to coach Cooley, then later went to Southfield.
Yep.
Them two right there, hands down. That man left Cooley with Mike Talley and all them and went to Southfield. Then he left Southfield. I don't know where he is now, but what I'm saying is that type of coach, you're going to get that respect. They not come. That's why I'm saying, go on down to North Carolina, man. North Carolina, Dusty May. This is what fits Dusty May. North Carolina, where he left. Hell, go to Western where they got rid of my man from Michigan State. Go down there. But he don't fit Michigan, man. It don't. You'll see. You see today when it's now boarding for Ann Arbor. Watch.
All right, let's see what else we got. We had Michigan State beat. They play against Louisville. Michigan plays against. Let's see,
St. Louis.
St. Louis Billikens. In another good game today, we got a High Point going against Arkansas, against the Legend, and we got Houston playing against Texas A&M tonight as well. Yep, no, tomorrow they play them tomorrow, and that'll those are the big games that we're going to be looking at. And let's see here, Miami of Ohio lost to Tennessee, and I felt bad for them because they got treated so bad. They had to play in the play-in game. I know they're a MAC team. When you go undefeated and lose one game, you still got to play in the play-in game.
Absolutely. It's just 1 year. Okay? So was Miami of Ohio ever notarized before this season? No. So because you had one Cinderella season, I'm supposed to award you? No. You have to earn that, man. You got to earn that.
They had been Roethlisberger.
They been like, man, stop. See, this is why our public school system has failed us. This is right there.
I don't know about that. I went through public school for first 10 grades and I got the scholarship. Public school, the DPS did me well. Shout out to all my teachers.
Yeah, when they give you the answers and you just write down what they of course, man. Don't do that. Don't do that, man. Please don't do that. Sandwich making 212. Don't do that.
And I went back and taught in DPS. Proud, all the way.
What did you teach at DPS?
I was a gym teacher and a health teacher in DPS.
You taught health?
Yeah.
So you taught CPR and all that?
We did not have. I had to be CPR certified, but I did not teach CPR.
Failed you. The system failed you because you should have been CPS certified. Correct.
They brought it. They did teach CPR, but they brought in people. They brought in the American Heart Association to teach it. I had to be certified as a gym teacher. That was part of our requirements, but they didn't allow us to teach it directly.
All right. So you were failed by the system. You made my point.
Wow.
If you're a race car driver and I put you in the Indy 500 and you get in the car and you say, I can't drive a stick. Well, why you can't drive a stick? I wasn't certified. You're not a race car driver, son. You're just a driver.
We don't argue about this
ding dong. All right, next topic. Check one for me. Check.
That's not a check. We just don't have time to argue that way, All right, we would thank you, Steve, for joining us this morning. He said Ohio State busted his bracket on the first game. Darn Buckeyes. He said they were unprofessional. He said, what Juwan's recruits? That's what I was saying. Dusty brought in all his new people. First year Juwan, after that, Dusty. Will Tetcher is the only Juwan left. Know how teams are left in the dance. Yeah, they're both of them out. Ohio State and Miami of Ohio are both out of the dance right now. All right, we're going to move forward. We're going to talk about, we got to go to the NBA real quick. And going to the NBA, of course, we got to talk about the Pistons.
It's all coming to fruition.
51-19, 3-0 since the last show, 6-4 in the last 10. They did win their last 3 in a row. They beat the Warriors last night, 15-111, and they have actually clinched a playoff spot. They still got the best record in the East. They have the third best record overall. OKC, San Antonio, Pistons, Boston, and the Knicks. They still have like a 4 or 5 game lead over both those teams. We got to get to the obvious. We got to get to the truth. Kate is out. It is out indefinitely. Are they going to still be able to hold their positioning going into the playoffs, knowing that Kate may not be available until the playoffs or very, very close to the playoffs?
That's what you asking me?
Yes. I already know your answer.
Right. That's what I said. That's what you asking me. No, it's over. It's over. Not only will you lose, you're going to lose in the first round, and Boston's going to catch you. And Boston's going to win the East.
Well, the bet to me, the silver lining that they already have clinched the playoff spot. I was worried that they was going to fall back to 7 or 8 where they have to play in the playing game, but because they clinch a spot, they probably won't do no worse than 6. So at the very least, they'll be 6 and they'll play the 3. Is that right? They'll play the 3.
You're right. One play 8, 2 play 7, 3 play 6, 4 play 5. You're absolutely right. Which means right now you'll probably be looking at the Knicks.
So let me pull that up right now. Let me go ahead and look at it. Let's go ahead and make it official, like a referee with a whistle.
Oh God.
where they are right now. Where they are right now, they may not be, down the line. Right now, the 3 spot is the Knicks. Magic is in the 6th spot right now. Detroit have clinched the playoff spot. Detroit, Oklahoma City, San Antonio, they have all clinched spots. They have the Sacramento Kings, the Utah Jazz, Indiana Pacers, Washington Wizards, and the Brooklyn Nets have all been eliminated. I got to look this up. How many teams that played in the finals the year before have been eliminated, won't make the playoffs the next year? Because I see the Pacers right in that spot right now. I got to look that up. That's going to be my task for myself. If somebody else can do stats for us and look out for us, figure it out for us. Has there ever been a team in the past that played in the finals that did not make the playoffs the next year? If somebody want to take that out, we appreciate it. But they still winning. The Cade's been out 2 games. They won their last 2 games. To your point, Steve, we gonna see. It's gonna be tough. I'm not gonna lie. Am I more worried now than last week? Yes, because at some point, because in the beginning you circle the wagons. Your best player get hurt. The team circle the wagons. You play well, but then reality is gonna set in. Teams gonna once the tape get out there of how you playing now without them, you still run your same sets, but who's running them and how can you attack the people who running that set? The book is gonna be out.
That's why you kept Jay Knight. I told you that when I sent the news to you. I told you that then. You should have kept Jaden Ivey and got rid of Tobias. But no, Tobias brings great leadership. If you're already in the NBA and you're already an established NBA team, you don't need leadership. That was an excuse. Now here comes the real pay when the rubber meets the road, because not only was Cade a scorer, which Jaden Ivey was, he was a facilitator. You don't have neither now. So it's over. Like I said, y'all gonna draw the Knicks. They're gonna beat y'all in 5.
Now,
if not, sweep y'all.
I'm not saying it was right or wrong to keep Tobias over Jaden, but Jaden in the G League right now. He wasn't even playing that much with the Pistons before they traded him. He was playing mop-up minutes.
And the reason why is because why? You want me to tell you why? Okay, I'll tell you why. When Jaden Ivey, you never gave the Jaden Ivey and Clay Cunningham a true test of an experiment. You got rid of it before you even let it flourish. Why? Because the coach before J.B. Bickerstaff already had it out for Jaden Ivey. So it wasn't going to work anyway.
Told you why.
So now you insert Jaden Ivey, now you insert J.B. Bickerstaff. J.B. Bickerstaff like, well, I'm going to just follow the path of the last coach. Instead of, let's try it one more time. Dude breaks his leg, unforeseen injury. So now it's like, oh, well, he like dead meat now. He damaged goods. No, he's not damaged goods. He could hoop. Go back and look in college. When it was him, Zach Edey, and all them in Purdue. Jaden Ivey could play ball. But you already threw the keys away on that experiment. There it is. Because Monty didn't want to, Coach Monty didn't want nothing to do with it. There it is.
I'm not saying you're not wrong. I'm not saying I would have liked, honestly, in my heart of hearts, probably because I'm a homer and the fact that his mom played for the Detroit Shock, I would like to see him gotten a little bit more of a better chance here. But sometimes things just weren't meant to be. If I still go back to this. If that's the case, why is he in the G League for the Bulls, in the Bulls division? For the Bulls,
because he don't fit the Bulls he don't put the Bulls scheme. It would be the same thing as why Alonzo Ball ain't flourished like y'all thought he was gonna flourish. Because he can't hoop. Alonzo
oldest ball boy.
Huh?
You talking about the oldest ball boy?
Yes. When I first peeped him, I was like, he trash. From day one, I was like, he trash.
I never said he was trash, but I always thought he was overhyped. I always felt that he can play well enough to make in the league. But no. There's trash means you sitting on the end of the bench collecting the check. To me, I felt like he could play in the league, but I felt like he was overhyped to the point where he was, to me, he was a tier 2 guard, maybe a backup coming off the bench, and maybe 8 to 10 points, 9 to 12, 8 to 10 points, 8 to 12, 8 to 10 assists, depending on the night. They was trying to pump him up to be 25 and 13. I never felt he was that kind of player. I felt his brother was, which is what he's doing, the baby boy. I knew that from day one when I first saw the baby boy. When he dunked up, when LaMelo dunked on him when he was a little kid, I knew what was coming with that. But Lonzo, I always felt that he was just good enough. Not the great player that they thought he was going to be. That they tried to pump him up to be. And I ain't mad at his dad. If my boys is like that, hey, I'm telling you the same thing. Junior got this. Melo got that. Jello got this. They all need to be playing together. That's right. Get my boys paid so you can get them out my pocket, get them out my house. Of course. That's what you're supposed to do. And I ain't mad at him. I just wish he had to put him in that shoe. That's what Dad messed up at. He put him in that shoe that wasn't ready and hurt his knee and his ankles.
Baller brand. Shoes was $300.
Now those shoes were trash in terms of the way they were made. They were good. They served their purpose in terms of the hype and the Ball family and all. I get that, but you got to put a quality product together. You got him out there hooping in shoes that he had no business hooping in the NBA, and that's why he went from playing in that to playing in some, even though he didn't have a contract with the company, playing in another company's shoe, because the shoes weren't NBA tested and proven to be played in.
It's a lot of shoes that's not NBA tested and playing. People still look at Al Harrington. Al Harrington came out with that crap he had when he played for the Knicks. What about Chris Webber when he was wearing Dadas? The hell is a Dada? I can go, dog. You do not want to play that game with me. Good. I can go all day with that. You do not.
I agree with
What
you.
about the Spree Whales?
Team.
What about the Spree Whales? What about and one? What about Lux? What about Dada? Man, you please don't know. We only got an hour show, dog.
I'm not arguing with you at all. All I'm saying is he was in a shoe that he shouldn't have been playing in that contributed to his injuries. That's
okay,
all.
So they saying that now. When I say they said that now with Michael. They said the quality of them Jordans ain't the same as the quality that when. Okay, you're not getting the shoe that Mike hoop in. Let's keep that real, right? Okay. He said, "This is that." I watched this come out. His own Michael Jordan Jeffrey mouth. He said, "I wear a brand new pair every game."
Mm-hmm.
When he was playing. So you figure 82 plus 16 is 98. So he wearing 98 brand new pair of shoes every game. Okay. Michael Jordan sits there, he watched the shoe being created, everything. I'm a consumer. I'm Felix Holmes. I go pay $270, $260. You think that shoe I got on is the same as what Michael got on?
Of course
I
not.
have seen, I was at what was the name of the play? It's a community center on 8 Mile, past Gratiot. We were playing in a summer league game. True story. If I had the dude's name, I had his number, I'd call him right now. He was in a pair of Jordan 11s. He went one way and the Jordan 11s went the other way. They split and foam and all types of stuff came out of them.
I believe you. I believe you 100%.
So I might actually go buy me a pair of Dadas.
They good for walking around in. They ain't good for hooping in.
And buy.
Stacks.
You show me an 80-year-old prostitute and I show you an 80-year-old stripper. Ain't gonna happen.
Well, they out there. They in the nursing homes. They'll tell you.
Belinda.
Anybody that work in a nursing home will tell you that they gets it in the nursing home, and they doing all kind of stuff up in there.
You know what, man? But on that note, see you next week.
It's the truth.
Man, I don't want to hear about that, man. I got to eat later, man. Hey, man, good night. See you later.
All right. We're going to get back on track. All right, more NBA information. They talking about expansion. They got a vote coming up. On what day is the vote? Let's see. I got it right here. The vote is on March 24th and 25th. What's that, Wednesday and Thursday? They're talking about adding Las Vegas and Seattle or relocating a team. The projected cost of a new team is between 7 and 10 billion per team. Expanding to 32 teams. 32 teams makes it that I think that's a good number because that way you got 16 to 16, then you can go 8 and 8 for the playoffs, and it makes things a lot easier. They're also talking about going 1 to 16, top to bottom, no league, no divisions at all. So just the top 16 teams make the playoffs. So they're talking about doing all kind of good stuff. What are your thoughts on them adding the 2 new teams?
So you're gonna bring a team back to Seattle?
That
you got rid of?
Yep. Leaving Oklahoma City and Oklahoma, just like they did the Browns. When the Browns program left and went to Baltimore, they put another team back in Cleveland. Same thing with Seattle. Seattle went to Oklahoma City. Now they're talking about putting a whole new team in Seattle. Some of the ramifications are another draft like they did with the Pistons when the Pistons lost Rick Mahorn, an expansion draft. So to me, that's a part of history. So that lets me know that the Pistons are on track to win the championship.
Man, you just know how to mess up.
History come back. History coming back. History coming back.
What Piston team you talking about?
Not this year, because they won't play until 28.
Okay, so what Piston team you talking about?
So it's 26 now, so they got 2 years. The expansion draft won't be for 2 years. So
what Piston team are you talking about?
27, 28 Pistons team will be poised to win the championship, and then they're going to lose a player like they did Rick Mahorn to the expansion draft. Write it down.
So you saying the Pistons will be NBA champions in 2029?
20. They won't be back till it's either 28 or the 29 season. So if they start the 2028, that's that season. That's they're gonna win the championship. If it's 29, they're gonna win that season.
Well, if you believe that, I got some beachfront lake property in Omaha, Nebraska. I'd like to sell you.
I got friends from Omaha. They'd be mad at me if I said something about that. Omaha people, they don't play that. They serious. They serious. Them some good people, but they don't play about Omaha. I'm serious. They don't play about Omaha. My Omaha they don't play. They don't play about that Omaha. Shout out to Omaha people.
Where you from, son? Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. Only 2 things come out of Oklahoma.
Omaha ain't right up. It's right up the street, right up I-35. You pass 2 Buc-ee's on the way up to Oklahoma City.
Buc-ee's.
When you get down here, that's one of the first places I'm gonna take you is Buc-ee's.
Man, I'm not going there. I heard the stories. I'm straight. No thanks.
You say that till you get there, you'll be like, "Oh, I see why you want to come up in here." Trust me. We gonna go.
Oh, choke and puke.
Trust me, you want to go to Buc-ee's. The first time I went that place, I was like, "Oh man, that's the only place I go to where I spend money and don't be mad." You gonna spend $100?
I'm gonna spend $100 at Buc-ee's
between the food and the merchandise and getting some gas, and you don't be mad because it's just something about that place. Let me go.
It's like going to a strip bar. Something about that place.
No.
Yeah. No,
because here's the difference. When I go to the gentleman's ballet, I have a budget. I know going in how much I'm gonna spend. This gonna cost me this much to get in. I'm gonna buy this one drink, and I might make it a drizzle. I know my budget. Going in Buc-ee's, you don't always know.
And you always had that budget till she comes sit on your lap and she put her arm around your shoulder Hey, how you doing? Well, you know what? Here, I wasn't gonna pay DTE anyway. Here you go. Yeah, sit on my lap and tell me about the first thing that pop up. Hey man, guy, man. All right.
Good morning, big brother. How you doing, sir? Happy Eid to you as well. Happy Eid to you as well, my brother. Just joining us this morning. We talking about the NBA. Don't forget to click like, click share. Let everybody know we here. We on Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, Instagram, Twitch, Twitter, the Roku channel on the Maximum TV Network, and on TikTok. If you trying to find us on the Maximum TV Network, search again. Just put in there Maximum Basketball Network or Maximum Basketball Television. It'll come up. You'll see our beautiful faces. We are doing a live show right now on there, and on TikTok. I know y'all can hear me. Y'all right here in front of me on my TV, on my phone screen. We're doing everything we can to work to get you guys directly implanted into Restream. So follow me. Send some hearts, send some love, send some tap the screen. Tap that screen. Send all that good hearts on there. We really appreciate y'all. Follow me, I follow you back. Hey, Cousin Michelle, I see you right there. How you doing? Thank you for joining us this morning. Great to have everybody here. So just come on in and let us know that you with us. We really do appreciate y'all. All right, let's see where we at now. Next, we move to the NHL. And also let me talk about the World Baseball Classic. Congratulations, Venezuela. Great job. I knew that the United States was going to lose after that controversial strike 3 call in the last game. I said it's going to be karma. Karma going to come back and get them. Karma going to bite them in the hind parts, and that's exactly what happened. So let's see here. Let me get the score. I forgot to put the score up there, so let me jump on. Let me do some. That's why we got to get a kid in the background to work the board so we can get all this good stuff going. So that take away from the game. Baseball Classic. Score. All right, let's see here. World Baseball Classic scores. The final score of the World Baseball Classic 3-2. 3-2 Venezuela over USA. Winning pitcher was Machado. Losing pitcher for the United States was Whitlock. Save goes to Palencia. So, hey, 3 years from now they'll be doing it again, and I'm looking forward to seeing it. Hopefully, I don't know where it's going to be located, but hey, just like we're trying to get Felix to go to Germany to watch the Lions, we can go watch them overseas as well. Speaking of which, also for classics, we got the World Cup going to be here. We got World Cup here in Dallas. World Cup going to be in Atlanta. We can try and get some tickets for that too. Life is too short. But speaking of tickets, I'm gonna talk about that a little bit later when I got something I already put together in terms of tickets and being in the building and the possibilities. I'm excited about that. We're gonna talk about that when we get to women's sports. We clock that T over there. We getting there close. But also we need to talk about our Red Wings. Red Wings right now let's see here, 38, 23-8, 79 points over 69 games played, 2-1 over the last 3 games. They won their last game. They won their last 2 in a row. They're 4-4-2 over the last 10. They beat the Montreal Canadiens 3-1. They're now in 5th place in the Eastern Conference of the Atlantic Division. Wild card 2nd seed. If the wild card was to start right now, they'd be the 2nd seed for the wild card. Now, we've been talking about this a little bit more. Are they even gonna make it?
Yeah, they'll make it. They're gonna make it because they're gonna get enough points to make it. Even if they lose, they still get it. As long as they can get points with the loss, they'll make it.
I can't even be cautiously optimistic. I'm optimistic that our Red Wings will make the playoffs this year. Very optimistic. I think they're gonna do it. I think they got the right coach. They get some players back from injury. They got 2 players back from injury, I think, last night or night before last when they played. So I think they're going to be okay. Law willing and the creek don't rise. And that's how we say it, law willing and the creek don't rise. They're going to be okay. They're going to be okay. All right. Moving forward, here it is. It's about that time. Women's sports news. This segment is Tia East Down and Slays leaves no crumb. Get your coins, girl. Pocket.
Whoa. All right.
All right. I'm sorry, ladies. I'm just trying to get people excited about coming to the women's sports section. I'm not trying to diminish anything that you guys do. We are big proponents of women's sports. We just want to do something exciting to make people want to come in and have a conversation. If you want to be mad, let us know. Good. Mad about the clock and come on and talk about it and talk good sports with us. All right. Women's tournament, of course. MSU beat Colorado State. They play Oklahoma. Michigan beat Holy Cross. They're going to play NC State next. And we also want to give a shout out to the HBCUs for the women. Howard, Southern. They made the tournament on the women's side. Howard will be, let's see here. Howard will be playing Ohio State, and Southern will be playing South Carolina. Speaking of which, the South Carolina game, Dawn Staley went and spoke to the Southern team. And when she did that, you know what she did? She gave them gifts. She gave them Louis Vuitton Imagination perfume samples. Because you know they call Dawn Staley Louis Vuitton Dawn. So she gave them some yep. She's always wearing Louis Vuitton on the sideline and stuff like that. Okay. So she gave them some perfume samples, gave them an inspirational speech, told them win or lose when they play. They've done a great job for their community and their school, and she's very proud of them and be proud of the work that they've done. So basically what she said, and this is how I took it. We about to smack y'all around. I'm gonna be nice to y'all, get you these gifts. Y'all did a great job this year, but the road ends here. Now, that's coach.
Pretty much.
That's coach speak. You know, and it looks good for the cameras, but I would be hesitant to have the coach come in ahead of a game from the other team to speak to my team. I'm not saying it's disrespecting there. It's a lot of respect, but it's not respect on the highest level, in my opinion. That's almost like letting another parent whoop your kid. You know, to me that it's right, but it's wrong. You're not coming in my locker room to talk to my kids. Giving them you guys have done a great job. That's basically told them you did a great job, but this is the end. You know, she's singing New Edition. I want to know, I got to know, is this the end, girl? Yes, it is. That's basically what she told them. We love y'all, but y'all about to get this smackdown. Thank y'all for coming to Louisiana. We appreciate y'all here in South Carolina. We're gonna send y'all some barbecue, but y'all about to go home. Would you let a coach come in and speak to your team?
Sure. Absolutely, sure.
As much as I love Dawn, it would be hard for me to say no to Dawn. I would love to do that, but I don't know if I could do that. I don't know. All right, let's see here. Sweet 16 predictions. Speaking of Sweet 16, before we're gonna talk about the WNBA. But next week we're gonna be talking about this. It may affect the show a little bit. We're gonna see, because the women's games play sometimes earlier than the guys. I have secured tickets to the Sweet 16 and the Grade 8. I was talking about it last week. I got the tickets. I'm going down to Dickies Arena Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. I already got the time off. I had to wait to make sure I got the time off before I bought the tickets. I used the discount code on SeatGeek. Got a nice little discount. I'm going to be sitting up in the nosebleeds. I get an opportunity, if they make it, to see Texas, UConn, and possibly Michigan if they make it that far in the Sweet 16. I'm so excited.
So that'll be next weekend.
That'll be next weekend. Yep. So that'll be the 27th, 28th, 29th, and 30th. So that's like, what, 8 games I think that's going to happen. And the Sweet 16, that's going to be, that's from the North region and the South. They're bringing them both those to that down there. And I'm region 1, so it'll be region 1 and region 3. So the region number 1 team is UConn. The region number 1 team in the region 3 is Texas. The number 2 team in the region is in the region 3 is Michigan. And number 2 team in region One is Vanderbilt. So I'm excited. I'm mightily excited. I'm mightily excited to go down there. And the only thing I'm not excited about is the possibility of parking. Like I said, the $45 to be parking down there. If I can get somebody, and the Dickies Arena is not that far. It's almost like a straight shot for me. If I can get somebody to drop me off and to take an Uber, it might be cheaper just to take the Uber, park my car close, and take an Uber further the way or we'll walk around a little bit. But we're gonna see. Right now, TCU is hosting they're hosting their sub-regional. So looking forward to that. All right. The biggest news. I think Felix is froze out. We're gonna get him back. The biggest news in women's sports right now is the WNBA collective agreement. The WNBA collective agreement. They have made some headway. The contract is it hasn't been ratified yet, but they have an agreement in principle. All right, first comprehensive revenue-sharing amount of women's professional sports history. Max salary $1.4 million in 2026, projected up to $2.4 by 2032. Average salary of $583,000 in 2026, projected over $1 million by 2032. And average salary over $1 million. Minimum salary of $27,000 and $300,000 in 2026. $40,000, $380,000 in 2032. That's the minimum salary for like the rookies. Teams must obtain players' consent before trading a pregnant player. There we go. League provided housing will be available for all players from 2026 to 2028, and for players making $500,000 less in 2029 up to 2030. So basically, what they're saying is we're gonna get your housing now, but as you continue to make more money, that's gonna be on you. Let's see. League-wide charter air travel on Delta. WNBA champion, $60,000 per player, up from $22,980. Most valuable player, $60,000, up from $15,450. 12 teams must have 12 players on the roster. Those are some significant things. The one thing on there I wish I would have seen: increased security efforts. Let's talk about that in the past. We're going to WNBA games because the Dallas team plays down at UTA Arlington. There's little to no security. Little to no security outside of the game area. You go to an NBA game, you can clearly see who is there to be security. Those women leave at the end of the game. When we would sit outside and talk after the game, those women will leave and there will be no security. And they literally looking around like, please let nobody bother me. And to me, that is a travesty. Those women need better security. So that's what I would have liked to have seen. Maybe it's in there. Maybe it's in the charter. But that's moving forward. But I did not see that. I would like to see it front and center, plastered out front for everyone to see. That's what I would love to see. All right, we got to check on Felix. We're going to hopefully get Felix back. But as we do that, we're going to take a quick pause for the calls as we jump in the stupid sports news. All right, stupid sports news. First thing we're going to talk about is the Villanova coach, Kevin Willard, makes a joke about firing the staff at halftime, and everybody got mad. Why? I just think sometimes we get up in arms around the wrong stuff. He made a joke about firing the staff because they gave up 8 points out of bounds plays, or something to that effect. But he said it so deadpan, so serious. But any coach know that you'd be surprised what the head coach say to the players, to the staff. Some of him is joking, but his joke was rooted in the truth. Hey, we not doing a job at this. Hey, we got to tighten up on this. What you mad for? What you mad about? You mad because he got standards? You mad because he wants his team to play better? He's mad because he wants his coaches to coach better? This is what I got you here for. My job is the end game. You guys got to be there to help me make these adjustments. We need to make this adjustment. Come on, tighten up. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I support you, Mr. Wood. I support you. All right, next thing we got is stupid sports news. Pitchers. Emmanuel Clace and Luis Ortiz were transferred to the unpaid non-disciplinary leave for suspicion of gambling. tipping off pitches in the MLB, and that's basically cheating, and they're under investigation. And while they're under investigation, they will not be paid. They were in spring training. They said, we're going to see y'all a little later. We're going to talk about this. Going on home, take the babies to school, and y'all might need to get that job at Walmart. That's basically what they told them. All right, here's some real superstore sports news. Senegal 1-0 win over Africa Cup Nation final has been overturned by an appeals board, 3-0 awarded to Morocco after Senegalese players left the pitch in protest during the controversial January clash. We talked about this. How the Senegalese player brought his daughter to the press conference, sat down, and all the pressures got up and walked away. Basically was like, get y'all, that they shouldn't have won. So, of course, Morocco goes in and finds something to complain about. And then the board says, you're right, they shouldn't have left. So because of that, they lost. Not something that they lost about on the field, be something that is tertiary and literally sideline to the game. Is it right? According to them, it is. If it's a rule, it's a rule. I'm a stickler for the rules. If that's what the rules are, that's what the rules say. You got to abide by the rules. But should they have even gone to the point where they felt like they had to have a ruling against it? Why didn't they rule on it right then and there? If you rule on it right then and there, I would feel much better about it. There's officials at the game right then and there. It took them that long. Here it is, 3 months later. That they're gonna take their trophy away. If I'm Senegalese, I'm not returning the trophy. You can vacate all you want to. The trophy gonna sit in my trophy case. You come over here, it'll be like America. Take this away from me if you want to. Take these guns away if you want to. Ain't that right? Ain't that what they say in Texas? Ain't that what they say? That'll be me. You're not gonna get this about me. It's gonna be hell or high water. It's gonna be hell to pay. You're gonna go over here try and mess with my stuff. And that's what I was saying. Well, all right. Let's see here. Where we at now in our stupid sports news? It's time for one quick question. One quick question for you. Was the WNBA contract a failed deal? No. There's never a failed deal. There's never. One side will always have all the power, and one side will always have none of the power. The side that has none of the power will make it. The side that has the power will make it look good for the side that does not have the power. It's better than what they had before, yes. The league's been around for 30 years. I remember watching the very first game with my big brother at my big brother's house, watching LA playing against New York in LA, and Lisa Leslie trying to dunk and missing the dunk. That's what I remember most about that game. It was a great game, but that's what I remember. That's what stuck out. I'm not saying that this Lisa Leslie, she's still one of my favorite players. She missed the dunk. That's what I remember. Miss about that. Everybody, and the funny part is when she got that breakaway, you could kind of see all the other players. Normally, you see players go and try and make a play. They kind of backed off because it was a big moment, so they wanted to let her have her moment. That's something girls do very well, and I like that about women. A guy went down there. If it was the first guy to try and dunk, he was trying to block it. I was the first person to block the girl to try to block. Who tried to dunk. That's something that a guy would do. But hey, 30 years later, they finally turned a profit this year. So I can understand from the management side, the owner side, saying we don't want to give too much up because, hey, we still paying bills from in the past. People say the men's league own the women's league. Yeah. But if you look at a lot of those arenas, they got tarps over the top of the arena because you can't sit. They're not filling them up like that. It wasn't until fairly recently that those bigger arenas are starting to get full for the players. And that's mostly when Caitlin Clark come to town. When Caitlin Clark come here to Dallas, they got to go play at the American Airlines Arena Center because the team in the center in UT Arlington is not big enough to hold everybody. The Dallas team will be moving downtown to the Kay Bailey Center next season. So I'm wanting to bet again when Caitlin Clark come to town, when Indiana Fever come in to play Dallas. They're going to move that game back to the AAC again for that game. So you got to put things in perspective. I see it from both sides. But is it a fair deal? It's never a fair deal. It would never be a fair deal because that's how it works. If you don't have the power, the people that have the power are not going to give you anything to give up their power. That's not going to happen. And I'm glad that the women, the WNBA players, did not strike. I'm glad that they did not strike, and I'm glad they did not get locked out, because either way, the WNBA players would have lost significantly. They would have got any of those games that they got now at all. So that's what I'm happy about. All right, in the prediction area, as of right now, both our teams that we said that we thought we're going to win it are still in it. I said Felix said Duke for the men. I said Michigan, and we both said UConn for the ladies. They're still in. I think UConn ladies haven't even played, so that don't even count. They play today. The women's schedule is Friday, Sunday, Saturday, Monday. Where the men are Thursday, Saturday, Friday, Sunday. That's the format in terms of the game for the first round. All right, everybody. Thank you for coming out and joining us. I'm sorry Felix couldn't finish out. I had a feeling his phone probably overheated. We got to fix that. We got to get him a laptop so we can monitor on his phone like you do, like I do with mine. Thank you to TikTok people. I'm gonna close us on out of here, and we're gonna get on out of here. We will be back next week, the 28th. In the meantime, don't forget the Tuesday, Dr. V, the good Reverend Dr. Valencia Edner, my pastor, thriving Tuesday moments of encouragement, sometime Tuesday afternoons, love and the scriptures, love and music, love and history with Brother Williams. We're going to get him to come on back. And Monday night, Eric Brown on Detroit and Black and White on Facebook and YouTube. And don't forget, the flagship show, Love and Stuff, Tuesday nights at 8:30 here on all the socials as well. All right. Normally I would throw to Felix and say, what's your closing thoughts? My closing thoughts for today and this weekend is, as we are now into spring, go ahead and enjoy the outside, enjoy that time, enjoy that extra sun, get outside and have some fun, and don't let people who are haters hate, and let them hate, I should say. Don't let them feel like they're getting one up on you, because all they're gonna do is hate because they can't be you, and they too bad, and they too sad that they themselves and they can't be you, and all the time that's masked and them having high self-esteem. They really don't have self-esteem. They got very low self-esteem. They hide it behind high self-esteem, and they want to try and bring you down. Go ahead, because I still love me. But they say God don't play about me. All right, everybody. We love y'all. See y'all next week. Same bat time. Same bat channel. As I change the music, we're going to get on out of here.